Hello, you are all welcome to St. Richmond Government Forum, okay, which is basically dedicated to help the young, energetic ones in Ghana or wherever you find yourself to be able to understand the scholarship trajectory and the study abroad journey in order to be able to fulfill your dream of studying, okay, in particular in France and US. So here I just digest some of the tips that you need to know in the form of tutorial that will make your life easier when you are going about your school application and your scholarship search. All right, so today what are we going to talk about? Today my main focus will be on France. I mean, I have a simple task, okay, to discuss with you my trajectory to France and how I landed in the best school in France called Sciences Po Paris Institute of Political Studies here in France. Okay, so my task is simple. I just wanted us to have a conversation about Science Po and how you can also increase your chance of getting admission into this world-class university in Europe and around the world. Okay, so what are we going to do now? I believe that France, when it comes to study, okay, in Europe, the cost of studying in France is among the lowest in the world. Why? Because the government in France really subsidize the tuition fee here for you. So if you are a home and foreign student, you are likely to have a fixed price in terms of tuition fee when you want to study here in France. Okay, so it makes France one of the best destination for foreign or international students who want to pursue their field of interest or anything they have at heart, okay, as far as studies is concerned. All right, so today I'm coming to take you through Science Po. So you can see I've opened the website of Science Po. Okay, as I said, it's one of the best schools in France. And if you find yourself in this school, it's going to really like give you a strong foundation, okay, in your academic life and your professional life as well. Okay, so today we'll go through how you can utilize the Science Po website in order to make your search for the program of study that you are interested in, and again to be able to capitalize on any scholarship or financial opportunities available to make your dream come true. Okay, so you have to find time and be with me as we go through this process. All right. Okay, so why Science Po? Science Po is in France, and basically, I have a lot of questions from my prospective applicants, okay, who want to study in France, that because they don't know, have any background in French, they doubt that they can pursue their study in France. So I always tell them that no, in my previous videos, I've talked to you about how you can utilize the Campus France website to really go about choosing a program in English. Okay, so in France, aside most of the program offered in French, okay, they have numerous wide varieties of programs that are offered in English, okay, beside French, so that you can take an advantage of that. And Sciences will give you one of this opportunity, okay. It offers you one of this rare opportunity to see you're studying in English and to do it in the most appropriate and well-class research environment. Okay, so here is the Science Po website. Here is the Science Po website. Here is the Science Po website, and we are going through that. So we have programs in English. Okay, so as we can all attest to what I'm showing you on the screen, Science Po welcome over 14,000 students all over the world, okay, hailing from 150 countries, all right, who want to pursue their program fully in English at the undergraduate level, meaning at the bachelor degree level, and at the graduate level, meaning at the level of your master or a PhD, okay, depending on the level you are seeking for, okay? And there's no need to speak French in order to be in this program, okay? You have the opportunity to become a bilingual or multilingual person with an intensive French language course doing this your study at Sciences Po. Okay. So if you are dumb and deaf in French, no problem. As long as you are studying in English, you might be able to establish yourself with some of the bases, okay, in French, so that at least you might be able to understand French, coupled with your versatile nature in English as well. Okay. So today we are going through that and how you can increase your chance of being admitted in this particular institution. All right. So Science will offer bachelor degree program here, okay, at the undergraduate level, as we can all see here. Beside that, they have a dual bachelor degree program, which I will not talk about that because this is more like a partnership between certain institutions approved by Science Po. Okay, so what we are interested here as Ghanaians is how we can take an advantage of the bachelor degree program, as well as the master's program and the PhD program that I will talk about here. All right, so this is how we are going to navigate the Science Po website to choose our program coupled with any available scholarship. Okay. All right, so first of all, I will talk about the master's program. So Science Po has 7 schools. Okay, I mean, seven is divided into 7 schools. I mean, sorry, divided into 7 schools. So the first one, they have the Science Po School of International Affairs. And under the School of International Affairs for master's program, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 programs, okay, being offered in the School of International Affairs. Okay, so you can look at this program that you want to read. As long as it fall within that field, you can take an advantage of that. And they have the School of Public Affairs, okay, which is which also offers basically 2 programs called European Affairs and Masters in Public Policy. Okay, and thirdly, they have the School of Management and Innovation, which also covers those who are interested in finance and strategy, international management and sustainability, communication, media, creative industries, and also marketing. And they have the law school, okay, and they offer masters in economic law. And again, last but not the least, they have the urban school, which offer courses like governing the large metropolis and governing ecological transition in European cities. Okay, and lastly, my school, the School of Research, they have the master in economics. They also have the masters in political science, masters in sociology, that you can also take an advantage of that. All right, since we are not interested in the dual master's program, let me take you to the School of Management Innovation, okay, which also offer masters in international relation management. So we can see the last school is the urban school, okay, which also offer dual program, but our interest is not in that. Our main focus is in the master's program offered and not the dual degree program they offer here, okay. And if you're interested in PhD too, you can really take an advantage of that. Okay, so they have the PhD in economics, PhD in political science, PhD in sociology that are fully taught in English. All right, so beside the 2-year program here at Sciences Po, They also have a 1 year master's program really designed and dedicated for people who are already working or who want to gain a professional experience, okay, in order to advance their career to the next level. So they also have this program. Beside that, they have a summer school, okay, which is basically like offered during the summer, and the summer is from July to August, if I remember, that they really welcome students across all the group. And last year, I was able to participate in this summer school program with a lot of international students across the globe who came to Paris, okay, in order to be a partaker of most of the program, the social science program that Science will offer, and also to have a taste of the French language here in France. Okay, so that sounds good, isn't it? So I believe with this brief background or brief introduction, you might want to pursue your study at Science School. And Macron will fully welcome you. Okay, so this is a brief background about the courses offered here at Science School. And I believe we watching this video at the right time, you might be able to navigate their website to help you to choose the kind of program you are interested in. All right. So let's look at how their admission process work. Okay, so let's look at how their admission process work. All right, so let's talk about the graduate studies. With time, I'll talk about the undergraduate studies as well. Okay, so with their graduate studies, how to apply. So there are several admission procedures to choose from. And one key condition is that you must be ready to commit yourselves to a challenging academic endeavor. Okay, so science pro admission process is really competitive. Okay, so that's why they caution or they advise every potential applicant to really bear in mind that when you're applying for the school, you are really prepared or getting ready to be immersed in a challenging but ultimately rewarding academic environment. Okay, so what are we going to do to choose our program here in France? Okay, so which procedure is right for me? You might just want to, when you check the admission and financial aid, you might just want to come straight to which procedure is right for you. So if you have gained a university degree from a foreign higher education, you must apply through you must make your application through the international procedure. Okay, so since we are interested in English program, and as foreign students, okay, you might want to be part of the international procedure because obviously we find ourselves as an international applicant. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. This is what we are going to do. I'll take you through the international procedure. All right. All right. So I will take you through the international procedure. So basically, the international procedure actually talks about the fact that what are some of the requirements you need to meet as a foreign or as a Ghanaian or wherever you find yourself. Okay. What are some of the requirements that you have to go through in order to make sure that you are really preparing yourself and you have the necessary materials that can get you admission into the program that you desire. Okay, so I believe one thing that they want to talk about is your final grade. And I believe that if you are preparing to study here in France or in Sciences Po or wherever you want to study in France, you might need your transcripts. Okay, and your transcripts, which contain your grades, would be an evidence that you've really completed your degree or your diploma or whichever program you did. and it really attests to the fact that you meet certain requirements for the program that you want to read. Okay, so first of all, I will encourage everyone to just get your transcripts, okay, which contain your grade, because obviously your grade should be on your transcript, okay, whether CWA, GPA, CGPA, okay, you know the kind of grade system you have, okay. So you might want to first get your transcripts and do that. Again, you might need your certificate, okay. You might need your certificate. You might need your certificate. So make sure that at least you have your certificate, okay, of the program that you did or your completed program. So whether you did a bachelor degree at Ken UST or Legon or wherever you find yourself in any university, you must make sure that you have your certificate beside your transcript. Uh, All right. And what one thing science will encourage is that your certificate should be in English in case you're applying for an English taught program. Okay. So make sure that your transcript is in English and your certificate too is in English. Okay. All right. So I think these are some of the two basic documents that you might need to get as you prepare yourself for the science pool admission process. Your transcript containing your grade officially and your certificate. Okay. All right. Okay. So I think this is that about some of the document that you need in terms of your application process. Okay. All right. So how do you start the application? Before you start the application, you have to really familiarize yourself with the admission requirement and the program requirement, what they are looking out for. So I will encourage everyone who wants to apply, just as I show you the program, just visit the website and to choose the master's program that you are interested in by making sure that you gather the necessary information, the necessary knowledge you need to know about this particular program, each particular program that you want to apply to. Okay, so before you start the application, I will encourage you that you familiarize yourself with the application procedure in order to make sure that you check, you meet the requirements that they might need, okay, if you are willing to apply for this master's program. Okay. All right. So if you are willing to apply to a master's program, which this tutorial is about, as I say, you might have completed your degree in higher education. Okay. Making sure that you have your Bachelor of Arts transcript. Okay. And you have your certificate as well. All right. So here is an overview about the international admission program here in France. Okay. For now, they've closed admission for master's program because mostly Science for open their for the 2022-2023 process. Okay. So whatever we are doing here is to just prepare ourselves for the 2023-2024 admission process. Okay. And mostly they open the admission from September up to March next year. Okay, where they will start giving notices of the results, okay, based on the application that you made. Okay, so for now we are preparing ourselves for the 2023-2024 application process, okay, or season. Okay, as it indicated here, the 2022-2023 deadline has passed, and whatever I'm teaching you here to prepare you for the 2023-2024, so that when they open the application this August, September, you can take an advantage of that. Okay, so this is a general overview about how you can navigate the Sciencebo website, okay, in order to make a proper or quality application. Bear in mind that they are not interested in quantity, because here the application at the admission is very, very rigorous and competitive. So you might want to do the writing in order to increase your chances. Be smart, be genuine, and do the writing here as you follow this tutorial. Okay, so they've given the website. You can see that at the International Graduate Admission Forum, they've given an overview about the international admission. The deadline for 2023 intake is over. Before you apply, what you need, how you can apply, after, and how you can even submit your application. After submitting your application, what to do next, okay, as you are wait for the decision. Okay, so this website will give you all the information you need about international admission, okay, the deadline before you apply, how your eligibility criteria, the admission criteria, okay. So you might want to take your time and go through this one by one, okay, in order to make sure that at least you are a bit knowledgeable and well cemented in the procedure you need to follow in order to get the admission. All right, so as I said, the 2023 intake is over and we are now preparing ourselves for the 2024. Okay, so before you make the application, you might need to choose your program, okay? So I've already talked about how you can choose a master's program at one of the 7 schools here in France. Okay, we've already talked about that. So just navigate the website and make sure you are going to select the kind of program you want to, okay? You want to apply to. And kindly bear in mind that you need to pay application fee. Yeah, sorry that I didn't mention that earlier, but you need to pay application fee of 90 euros. Okay, so you might want to make sure that the application fee is not in vain. But in case you are soliciting for or you are taking for scholarship, I mean, some of the scholarship organization can waive the application fee for you. Okay, but in case you are paying your own application fee of 90 euros, which I will show you, then you have to be really, really careful and make sure that you are circumspect with whatever application you are putting in. All right, let's go back. So here is how you apply to the program here at Sciencebo. You first have to check the eligibility criteria, whether you meet this criteria given. Okay, so if you are clicking for master's program, make sure that you already have a bachelor degree or any equivalent degree. Okay, make sure that you have that. All right. Again, for the admission criteria, before Sciencebo will give you the admission, they will take into consideration your average grade, okay, which meets the admission criteria of the particular program that you want to apply to, okay? So before you submit the application here on the website, they tell you how you should be able to submit a motivation statement. I mean, the reason why you are applying for the program and how Sciencebo can help you meet your need. Okay. So first of all, beside the grade, I talk about your transcript and your certificate. You might need a personal statement or a motivation statement. I remember during my time, I wrote 1,000 words of motivational statement. Okay, explaining why, elucidating why I want to pursue my program here at Sciencebo Paris in France. Okay, and I remember you have to also add reference. Okay, so you might want to check who can give you a good recommendation letter as you prepare for your application. Okay, So make sure you make a good choice, and mostly they require 2 referees. Okay, so this high time you can be in touch with your lecturers. Mostly they recommend that you provide referees who can attest your academic background. But there's no problem if you have someone who can also help you with a reference letter that attests to your professional background. But mostly in the program, they require that you provide 2 references that can validate, okay, your academic potential in your career prospects. Okay, so this is one thing that you might want to check for yourself. Okay, the beside the grade, which is on your transcript or your certificate, you need to write a letter of motivation or motivation essay. So this the time that you have to think about it. Okay, the reason why you want to apply for the program you want to pursue here at Science Pool, okay, and how they can help you fulfill your need, and again how it also fits within your career plan. Okay, and the reference. So these are some of the 3 rudiment criteria that you have to really familiarize yourself with or be cognizant of if you want to study in France here at Science Pool. Okay, in case you don't understand anything, you can just let me know, but their website is there so that you can contact them about that. So this is just a brief tutorial to guide you how you can navigate the website, but you have to do more intensive reading in case you want to take an advantage of this. All right. So let's come back to the language requirement. Okay, so as I said, as science school, you don't require French to pursue your program taught in English. Okay, so if you're a Ghanaian watching this, if because Ghana, most of our field of studies, most field of study in Ghana, we are taught in English. Okay, so automatically we meet the English requirement. I mean, okay, so for you to get admission as Ghanaian is easy as far as the language is concerned. Okay, so you might want to maybe provide an evidence that you pursue your degree 4-year degree program in Ghana, which was fully taught in English, or you can request for an English proficiency letter at your English department where you completed or you had your previous education. Okay, so there's no need to write IELTS. Okay, any English proficiency is not required here in France. I mean, in Sciences Po, if you want to pursue your program of study. Okay, so don't stress yourself going looking for English proficiency exam to take. Okay, you automatically meet the fulfillment. Okay, this requirement, I mean, you automatically fulfill this requirement. I mean, okay, if you are watching this and you're not a Ghanaian, that's where you have to think about that, how you meet this language requirement. But for Ghanaian, you don't need to provide any proof of proficiency of English. Okay, you just need to tell them your degree program was offered in English, or you can request for a letter explaining that you had your program fully taught in English and you are well grounded in English in order to pursue your program. All right. So these are some of the requirements that you might want to check in case we want to apply for a program here in France. Okay. All right. So the third aspect about the international graduate admission process is also some required document. So aside your transcript, aside your certificate, aside the English language requirement, you might want to also check CV. Okay, we have something called academic CV. In my next tutorial, I will talk about how you can draft or get yourself a good academic CV that can renew your admission and scholarship here at Sciences Po or in France. Okay. Secondly, I've already talked about a personal statement, okay, or motivation statement, which you make sure that you really explain why you want the program, you know why you want to pursue that program, how it meets your need, and how the school can help you fulfill that need. Okay. Then your official academic transcript, which I've talked about. Okay. That if it's not in English, you might want to translate it in English. And two academic references here. I've talked about that. And your transcript containing your grade. Okay. Okay. Specific document for some program, this kind of document may be required, maybe professional reference, GRA, GMAT, or copy of your law degree. So it depends on the kind of program you are applying to. That's why I said that before you apply, make sure that you check the program and the kind of document they are looking for so that you don't make any mistake. All right. So I don't want to bombard you with more information here. I mean, we are already stressed, but this is a brief tutorial about how you can navigate the Science Pool website to check your admission, your application process, and again, even for scholarship. Okay. And even for scholarship. Okay. But before you do this, make sure that you are really well familiar with the process as I'm taking you through all this. Okay. All right. So in case you need any further information or question, I think regarding teaching fee or scholarship guide, I believe you can fill this information. Okay. You can fill this information in case you want to make an inquiry. Just fill this information by typing your name, okay, your email, your nationality, your country of residence. Okay. And as you do this, for example, I type my name, Gomez. Gomez. Okay, Rich. Okay, then I type my email address. My nationality, I'm Ghanaian. Country of residence, maybe Ghana or France. Okay, Ghana. The program I want to read, maybe I want to pursue a PhD or master's. I don't know. So what you want to here, you have to just choose the kind of program you want to. Okay, so maybe I'm interested in the School of Research. I'll choose. Okay, for the 2024 intake, yes, I've read and accept the condition. Yes, I fulfill this requirement 1+1, 2. Okay, choosing program, I've done it intake year 2023, 2024. Ghana, my resident nationality Ghanaian. Okay, then what do I do next? I just download the guide. Okay, so here they will send me an email concerning giving me the guidelines about teaching fee, financial aid, scholarship opportunities available here at Science Pool. Okay, so they said they will send me this guide in my email. So when I go to my email, I believe this guide will be there. I can also download this guide here, okay, if I want to do so, about scholarship opportunities, tuition fee, and other program that I can take an advantage of as a Ghanaian, okay, who want to pursue my study in France. Okay. All right. So I believe that if you're able to go through process, it will help you because there's a whole lot of scholarship here in France that you can take an advantage of. Okay. All right. I mean, at Science Pool, okay. All right. So before we conclude, let me take you through some of the scholarships here at Science Pool. Okay. So Science Pool scholarship. Okay, so the scholarship and the financial aid here, This is there for you to be able to make an advantage of whatever you are seeking for here at Science Pro. Okay, so the scholarship and the financial aid session is just here. Sure that all students are admitted to science school. Okay, you need to make sure that you have some proof of financial means. Okay, which obviously here you have to look for scholarship. Okay, so scholarship and financial aid for French students. If you're a Ghanaian, you don't need this. Okay, you will need to come to they have the scholarship and financial aid for European students, which if you're a Ghanaian, you don't meet that criteria. So you just have to come to scholarship and financial aid for non-European students. Okay. So as you click here, they have an overview of the scholarship and financial aid for non-European students, which obviously as a Ghanaian, you fall into that category. Okay, so they have the Emily Bond Bootme scholarship, they have the MasterCard Foundation scholarship, they have the Campus Front, and again, scholarship from your home country. Okay. So with time, we will go through this scholarship one by one. Okay, for the sake of time and to catch, not to bombard you with much more information, there is an overview about some of the scholarship available at Science Pool here that you can take an advantage of. Okay, the MasterCard, the Enable Me Scholarship, Campus Fund, and scholarship for your home country. Okay, so I believe that you can navigate this website, okay, to check some of the scholarship available and to see if it covers your field of study or the program you want to pursue here at Science for Paris or in France. All right, so without much ado, we'll draw a curtain. Okay, and I thank you for listening. I mean, we will take our time to go through this one by one, but this is just a brief tutorial about how you can utilize the SciencePro website to help you in your trajectory to gain admission there and to apply for any admission that you might want to get involved in. Okay, so once again, thank you all for listening and welcome to Sir Richmond Gomez from. Please like this, subscribe, and share. Okay, like this tutorial, subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues so that we can reach a whole lot of people who want to do this, but they don't know how to go about it. So my duty is to tell you that you can succeed. My duty is to guide you that a lot of people around us want to succeed. They want to improve, they want to change, but they don't know how to go about this. So me doing these tutorials at least can open their eyes, can guide them about how they can go through this. By the grace of God, I'm here to do this to help all of us. So you should promote this page. You should like my YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share. And I hope to bring you more updates and more tutorials about these schools and some of the scholarship available. In case of any question, just leave a comment in the comment section and I'll respond to you. You can also search the Facebook forum, the Twitter forum, and also be watching the tutorials video here on YouTube. So make sure that you are aware of this, the scholarship application process. Okay, and I believe that the best is yet to come for you. Thank you all for paying attention to that and for giving me a hearing ear. Okay, and I believe that you make the most out of this by the grace of God. Okay, it was nice talking to all of you, and I hope to see you all. Bye, like, subscribe, and share. Have a good day.